What's going on?
How you doing, man?
Can't complain. Better than I was yesterday, and hopefully I'm better than I am today tomorrow.
Well, there you go. Let me get these announcements out of the way, and then I get right back with you.
I bet.
I got my special guest, J.D. Oliver, calling from the ATL. So we're going to talk to him about his new, do you call it an album? Is it still called an album in the business?
Man, we call it a little playlist. Just press one and enjoy yourself.
There you go. There you go. Let me get these announcements, and then we get on to Mr. J.D. If you need tires, we got Nicholas White is the man to look for when it comes to tires, and you can contact him at 404-919-6674. 404-919-6674. Nicholas White. You're listening to OZZz on Smash Bros. Radio, the only digital radio station located in Jefferson County, Birmingham. We are an independent radio station. We highlight and support the independent artist. You can find us on Facebook, TikTok, as well as Instagram. Not TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm OZZz. You can find me practically everywhere. So, also this Saturday, if you have a son who is between the ages of 13 and 14, the elders of C4 invites you to join them on Saturday, March 25th at 9 a.m. at the Fountain Heights Recreation Center to learn more about enrolling him in the C4 Mentoring Weekend HELM program. So please, 9 to 12, C4 Mentoring Saturday exposes the youth to new skills, leadership, and manhood. Also, this Sunday, so that way you won't have to work. Eddie Kane's is having his grand opening this Sunday at 2 to 6 p.m. over at the Tallapoosa exit 128 Circle K over at Greenwood Park. Please come out and support. There will be music there. There will be activities there. ABC 123 Inflatables will be there. Free hot dogs to the kids. So please come out and support them. Also, don't forget, happening in November 11th, you have the Southern Bully Showdown over the Bessemer Civic Center. It's hosted by NJC Bullies and 1888 Bully Kennels. There are still openings there's one category that's open, and also if you wish to be a sponsor at $75, your name, logo will be on this show's banner. So please come out and support them. So that's it. So today, I have a former student who is rocking ATL up, Mr. J.D. Oliver. What's up, man?
What's going on? Mr. Humes? How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
If I may, I'm going to just go on and, to simplify that,
yes, sir.
4 letters. That's all. That's how many letters take to spell my name. So we good to go.
Okay. So you have a new, what do you call it, track? Is that the proper term? A playlist? You said playlist.
Yeah, it's a new playlist. I mean, it's a project. It's a project, so I just call it a playlist. So it's a little something for everybody on there.
Okay. And where can they find it?
They can find it on all streaming platforms. More or less 4 letters. And yeah, it's my second project. So I'm excited about it. I mean, so far people have been enjoying it. So we'll see what happens. I appreciate everybody who's checking it out.
Fantastic. And what's the name of it?
More or less.
More or less. More or less. Now Now you said this is your second project.
Second project on on streaming, but it's
okay.
Probably it's actually my 4th.
Fantastic.
So 4 times is a charm. So
if they want to visit the other 3, all they have to do is just look up J.D. Oliver, and they can locate you.
4LTZ.
4LTZ.
The number 4LTZ.
Okay, 4LTZ.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Well, what's different about this from the others, other than the experience?
That's it. So, well, you know what? I would say this. My perspective. My perspective changed. I did a lot of I approach things a little differently. I work with a lot of great producers and collaborators. Well, two producers, Brian B. Flat Cook. We all from Birmingham, so we doing our thing. A lot of the artists are from Birmingham, so, and we got a cat from California, IV, M. Brando. Everybody who was a part of the project, they came in, did their thing, so it's something for everybody.
Oh, wow. So there's 3 Birminghamians all in the mix.
Let's see, we got myself, Brian B. Flat Cook. We got a group, Loyalty is Timeless. Daniel Payne, Cove Raw, Young Vocals, of course. Shout out to him. And I think that's it so far.
Oh, wow. Well, shout out to the homies. Because see, people don't seem to understand that even though you may have people in the ATL, those individuals have hometowns. So it doesn't mean necessarily they were raised in Atlanta. They're just bringing a new flavor, a new spice to the ATL.
Oh, we're bringing it everywhere. It's because basically I stick with my same collaborators. It's an organic thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, you can try new things, but just do it new ways. You know what I'm saying? So it's we got a good chemistry going. Everybody, it's natural.
And see, that's what makes it even better when it just comes natural.
Yeah. I mean, it's and having good people to work with, so I can't complain. It's a good thing to have your friends to work with. It's just it just works. So.
And when it comes natural, it's more grounded too, because you're not forcing it. I mean, it's sort of like innate. It comes natural, so you let it just flow, and you don't overthink it.
Nah, I mean, it's just, well, you your own worst enemy. I mean, I've been working on this project for over 3 years. My last one was in 2020. 28 songs, of course. Everybody, oh, that's a lot. Well, enjoy yourself. So, and the way that I put it together, I wanted you to enjoy it as a project, not as a song by song.
Right.
You know, it's got to have a setting, because from my perspective now, is people don't take in albums anymore the way that they do. So 28 songs is a double disc. If we did have CDs still, but it's something for everybody. Nobody died. No bricks were sold. Everybody got home safe. So I mean, and that's the thing. It's like the music is reflecting the times. I think my main producer, Brian B. Flat Cook, I gotta plug him as well. He just did R&B Lover. Like, we gotta want people to actually listen to the music. So. And have some good music, you know what I mean?
Right.
And his energy is good, because if we're gonna shift the culture, it's gonna be us, because it's got to be back in the musicians' hands. But we have to actually reflect the times, and I think, in my opinion, the violence, killing, all of that. I mean, it's reflecting of how we are like right now. So I just want people to have a good time, and they will. Trust me. So
it took you 3 years to do this. So it wasn't a rush.
It's I'm not that. If it's not, it don't have to be. You know what I mean? Because honestly, my first project, on streaming, came out in 2020, July 4th. So this one was actually supposed to come out in 2022, but I got in the groove and I started I pivoted, and I just kept going, you know what I mean? So yeah, and if it would have came out when it was supposed to, a lot of stuff wouldn't have made the project. I mean, because I'm not the type of artist anyway. I'm not gonna do it unless it's right.
Right.
So yeah, I'm glad that I didn't, but I kept going, and my man was like, "Yo, stop." So I'm like, all right, man. But I am gonna come. I'm thinking about coming out with a deluxe possibly. So we'll see where it goes.
Now, when you say deluxe, is that combining everything together, or this is just new material?
No, I'm probably gonna add 2 more songs. I'm not sure, but I know the next project I'm dropping is Less Is More, so it's it won't be as long, but I still have material. But we'll see. We'll see. I want people to take it in and still enjoy it the way it's supposed to in a setting, and not overthink how they're supposed to listen to it. So just press play and enjoy yourself.
Right. How did you? Because you were doing this while you were in high school, correct? Or did you do it before high school?
I was doing it in high school. It was. I think I started recording in '99. So I've been working with my producer. I'm gonna call him my brother. I met him outside of music, kind of like my neighbor. So we've been working since 2003. I've always been a writer. I mean, the content of society writes itself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's just a part of me. Like a lot of people didn't. Well, some people know, but some people don't. But when they do find out, they will. So they gonna know now.
There you go. Because it's your time. And that's what we have to understand.
Hey, listen, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow.
See, exactly.
I got to get what I need to get done.
Yes, sir.
If you're waiting on something, then it's probably not going to come. I mean, I think the most important thing to do is just do it and not worry about it if it's going to come out right. Because if that's the case, it'll never come out.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just and don't really take it with a grain of salt. I mean, people have something to say. I mean, honestly, understand it is just information. You know what I'm saying? So if they would have done it, they would have done it themselves. But you got to appreciate it also. If they're not saying nothing, then you're probably not doing nothing. So just don't take it personal. Take it with a grain of salt and just understand they're just doing their job.
And see, that's what I'm finding out in this business. That you can't wear your feelings on your sleeve, because you're going to have individuals for whatever reason that's going to be whatever. So you can't take anything personal. You do you enjoy what you're doing, and whatever happens, happens. You just take it, you learn from it, you grow from it, go about being your business. And again, like you were saying, if they're not talking, well then you better do something so that they will talk, because while they're talking about you, that means that you are on their mind, and that's what you want.
Yeah, it's simple. I just approach it like nobody is better than me, and I'm no better than anybody else.
That's
simple as that. So when I kind of, and they're never as good as bad as they say you are, and you're never as good as they say you are either. So just kind of keep yourself grounded and just be the best you. So it's simple. It's when you tapped in and understanding what you need to do. A lot of people look at you because they don't know what they need to do.
Right.
But that's not their fault. I mean, it is what it is. So just keep it moving and stay focused on what you need to do, and don't get caught up in what they think that you need to do. So
because all it comes down to in entertainment business, most of the time is very subjective. It depends on somebody's perspective. And so, like you're saying, you just have to believe in yourself, do what you feel that you're doing, and just be you. People are going to talk, let them talk. That's cool. So,
right.
But in the entertainment business, you can't be weak.
Man, in life itself.
Yes, thank you.
Period. I mean, because, I guess I would say that at this, current climate now, everybody's in the entertainment business, TikToking or whatever, content creators. But it's like people have an idea of who they think that you are.
Right.
You only know who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just that whatever their idea is, that's their idea. So just understand what you're doing and what you're doing it for. You know what I mean? So
right.
It's yours, and don't. You gotta have thick skin and just don't pay attention to it. It is what it is, but it ain't what it ain't either. So, and those who actually care, those are the ones who matter. So
that's it.
yeah,
The old folks
it,
had this
man.
had this saying, and I never did understand it until I got up older. And my favorite quotation from them was, "Explain not, friends don't expect it, enemies won't believe it." So that's pretty much how I live my life. I've reached a point, and I think we was talking about, was it night before last? What took you,
Right.
was it 40 years? It took me 50 years. That in the bigger picture of things, I don't have to explain myself to anybody. I don't have to answer a question unless I want to. And so, and again, friends are going to understand you no matter what. Enemies, you can be blatantly truthful, and they're not going to believe you. So why even waste your time? So you do you enjoy you be you, and you're going to be all right. How it is.
Yeah, I agree. And to piggyback on what you said about friends and enemies, it's funny that you said that because it's like enemies. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect them more than my friends because I don't even have friends at this point because as you go, the enemies stay the same. The
Yes.
friends change. So were you really my friend or whatever? Because those who know, we don't have a label on it. It just is what it is.
Right.
It's either you my family or not. It's because that could in your mind you be like, oh, that's my friend, but then in their mind it's like, nah, you're not.
Right. Yep.
So it's not that. It's just respect. Just respect everybody. You know what I mean? And in anything, respect yourself. But just understand that that's not about you, man. It's not about you or what they think. It is what it is. But don't stay too long and worry about it because you got to be on a mission.
You got to. You got to stay focused. You got to.
I mean, you have to, and just nothing else matters. But the you got to make sacrifices too.
Yeah.
I mean, and actually like understand that stuff is gonna be lost. But would you rather lose focus or your mind or time or whatever? Just expect it not to be there tomorrow. So you got to, approach it like that today.
Right. Right. Now, when you were coming up, who did you admire to get you to where you are now? Well, especially in the music industry, or was it just innate? You were always a writer and all, but was there any artist out there that you pretty much looked up to that you kind of admired?
Man, I would say, coincidentally, like my mother, I got to give a shout out to her as well, because I got my ear from my mother or whatnot, and I think if I was to bring it back, because she was listening, Patti LaBelle or whatnot,
right?
And I mean, I heard Big Daddy Kane on the song, and I was like, yo, this is amazing, or whatnot. So, but I was always an R&B cat, but then I just learned how to write. It was, writing poetry and then kind of Bone, Warren G, just anything that sounded good. It didn't matter.
Right.
So that's that. It's like everybody got a hit record in them. I really believe that.
Right.
Every person, you know what I mean? Because that's music. That's all it is. It's a soundtrack to life.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, it takes you there. I mean, because I was thinking about something yesterday. I said, it's now everybody's talking and all the messages is construed. Like sometimes the best message is when you have to say nothing, and that's when the music on. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to have a conversation because we both understand what's going on right now.
Right.
So you use the music to convey your message, but what is your message? Like, and now it's more or less of whatever. Like, it's anything that comes natural. You know what I mean? If you got to think about it, you don't know it. It's like, and when you don't understand it, you overthink it. So just do it. Everything came organic, but that's my approach. Just a lot of people gonna say stuff, but just have something to say. You know what I mean? And stand on it. And I think it reflects to what I am because I'm still learning, man. I mean, because I've learned how to actually be a better songwriter and try new things and stuff like that. So I was excited about how I approached it, but I'm excited about how I'm gonna even approach it tomorrow because it's just what I do. You know what I mean? So it's dope.
Man, your fourth project on what do you call what is it, Spotify and Apple Music? What do you call that? Streaming.
Streaming platform.
That's a streaming platform, right?
AKA robbing the artist, but we ain't gonna go there. But it is what it is. Yeah. It's I don't know how these people still count their money, but I think that's why they went to streaming. But you know, it's on all streaming platforms. Go pick it up on YouTube. Actually, check me out on the Dress Code podcast as well.
Now, where do they find that? Because that's your own podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, the dresscodepodcast.com.
Dresscodepodcast.com.
Yes, sir.
Now, when is that on? Is it on? Do you have it on every day or what? How does it go?
I mean, content is every day. We had to make some adjustments because my co-host, you know, he decided to do something else. Shout out to him. But it'll be up because it's kind of coinciding with each other. But it's up there, the dresscodepodcast.com, and actually that's where you're gonna find my merch and all my socials on there.
Dresscodepodcast.com. That's where they find everything about you.
What was that, sir?
That's where they find everything about you on the
one-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
Man,
you gonna find me where you looking for me at? So I'll be there.
Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
So much.
I appreciate it all as well. I mean, thank you for having me. I appreciate.
Well, that's why I'm here, and I want you. I think I told you before, but I'm here for you. If you have any type of project that's coming out, or if you have any producers and all, I'm here for you. Smash Bros. Radio is here for you. But my platform is open to you anytime, and so just call me and let me know that when you want to come on. I'll make a place for you. That's what I'm here for.
Man, I appreciate you. I'm here. So I'm gonna be, you know, I'm gonna stay on. So there's no. I know that you're here for me. I know it's out this bigger than your platform. I mean, hey, you was teaching me. You was my teacher. You was my. I was your student. I'm always gonna be a student. So, and we all students. And shout out to you yesterday. You know, when we was talking offline about you learning new things because hey, I mean, that's about life. It's like the longer you live it, the more stuff you have to unlearn.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here, man. I ain't going nowhere. Because I got to get them out the way.
That's it.
It's simple. I mean, it's simple, but either you on the way or in the way. But don't be in my way. You know what I'm saying? So, either way, I ain't going nowhere. So
there you go. Man, thank you so much. Enjoy your day. What is hump day too? Oh, hell.
Hump day.
Hump day.
I don't even know. It's Wednesday, but, you know, it's looking like yesterday, but it ain't going to be looking like tomorrow. So it is what it is. So we're going to get there. But thank you, Mr. Hume.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, Birmingham, everybody a part of the project. Thank you.
You take care of yourself. I'll be talking to you soon, man.
Absolutely, man. Take care, brother.
You too. Take care.
All right.
That's one of my kids. Tell me, shoot, that Huffman High School don't have it going on. Shoot. Shout out to him. Appreciate him tremendously. Proud of him. Hey, listen, if you're into coffee, check out Alicia's Coffee, LLC, ALICIA. Check Alicia's Coffee out. You can't get any better. She's a former student of mine. I'm so proud of my babies. She's located in Vincent at 42735 Highway 25, Vincent, Alabama. You can call it 205-964-6996, 205-964-6996. Let me tell you, if you are a coffee drinker, I'm a huge coffee drinker. I love coffee. And usually my coffee, coffee that I used to buy was community coffee from Louisiana. And so that was basically my type of coffee. And I think I mentioned it before. I'm such a coffee drinker that the last time I was in Miami, I had always heard about this Cuban coffee, and they was talking about how strong the coffee was. So I ordered some Cuban coffee. That stuff didn't do anything to me. And so, they serve it in these little tiny cups, and I'm like, well, that's a waste of money. But it was supposed to have such an impact. And I didn't know you wasn't supposed to drink it. You were supposed to sip it. Well, I didn't sip it. I downed it. And I wanted another one. And so the lady who happened to be Cuban looked at me shocked, saying that, are you sure you want another one? I said, yeah, this is good. So if you are a coffee drinker, if you like iced coffee, Alicia's Coffee has, I think, 3 or 4 varieties of iced coffee. Now, I generally don't like iced coffee because it's too sweet for me, but I microwaved it and made it hot chocolate. And that stuff was good. Man, that stuff was good. So check out Alicia's Coffee, ALICIA Coffee LLC. You can get in touch with her at 205-964-6996, or you can contact her at info@aliciascoffee.com. So please check them out. Please check them out. Also, here in Alabama, we have a fantastic water called 1186. And it's artesian water. Who would have known that in Tauga, Alabama, that we have artesian wells? Well, we do, and it's called 1186. So please check them out. Alicia's Coffee, 1186. Please check them out. You will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. So, I posted purposely about a special event, about an engagement. During that time, I did not mention anyone's name, but everyone who's in Alabama, Birmingham, pretty much knew who I was referencing to. And Birmingham is a small city, even though we in our heads it's big. Birmingham, in all actuality, is a big city, or big city in a small town attitude. So, and everybody's connected indirectly or directly. There's some type of interwoven. There's some type of interconnection between everyone, especially if you are a preacher or if you are a teacher. There's anyone who in the black community, that's where the connection is, either in church or either in school. And so, because of me being a teacher, a former teacher, and also because of being an alumni of HBCU, Alabama State University, people know me, or they know of me. And so I heard from the grapevine that I had disappointed some people. I had upset some people because of my comment. And it kind of tickled me, because anyone who knows me knows that I really don't give a happy got. Because, one, people will tell you that I basically don't like humans. I think most of them should die and go to hell. And 2, at my age, at 63, I've earned my right to do whatever I want to, whenever I want to, and say whatever I want to. And then not only because of being 63, but when you have beat the prognosis, the diagnosis, and you're still here, it gives you a different perspective, a different outlook when it comes to things. You don't take things for granted. Um, things that happen to be minute to some people are fantastic to me. So, uh, and I wish that, no, I don't. Uh, uh, Let me finish my statement. I wish that I could purposely and with remorse and be apologetically about it, but I'm really not. I am unremorseful, and I'm unapologetically ashamed of what I posted. Uh, what upsets me the most is when you have an individual that is more focused on being a celebrity instead of looking out for the city. What I'm upset about is when you are more focused on superficial things instead of being more diligent when it comes to bringing additional revenue, consistent and constant revenue into the city. What I'm upset about is when you are always trying to be in the limelight. That's what I'm upset. I'm upset when an individual, in my opinion, my perspective, isn't taking their job serious enough. That's what I'm upset about. I'm also upset that when that individual has the capacities, is intellectually capable, has the connections, uh, that can set himself apart from the two camps. And those who have listened to me before know that there are two camps, in my opinion, my interpretation. You had the camp of um, Mayor Richard Arrington and Mayor Larry Langford. That's one camp. And then you had the other camp of Mayor Bernard Kincaid and Mayor William Bell. So two camps, two different spectrums of men. You have the one camp of Arrington and Langford who stepped outside the box, who understood the arena in which they were performing, who understood the dynamics when it came to those white established or white racist communities that surround Birmingham, which I refer to as over the mountain. That give you an example, it was under Mayor Arrington's administration that he bought tracts of land that blocked Hoover, Vestavia, and Mountain Brook and Homewood. Because of buying those tracts of land, he encircled those communities. And if you listen to my show before, you know that I classify Vestavia as the old lady or the old bitch. I classified Hoover as the plantation, and I classify Mountain Brook and Homewood as the twins. So Mayor Arrington had the foresight to buy these tracts of lands that blocked these communities in, that they could not expand out other than by annexing. And so Vestavia was wise enough to have the people over at Cahaba Heights to agree to be annexed to Vestavia. So that's one way that Vestavia was able to expand. So, and then you had Mayor Langford, who, because of his insight, they had a 1 cent sales tax that was added, and that money, that revenue that was generated from that 1 cent, was able to rebuild, or was able to build brand new high schools here in Birmingham. So, and plus two, during the Olympics, when it was in Atlanta, Mayor Langford had the insight to try to come up with a monorail system from Birmingham to Atlanta. So you had that camp, and then now you have the camp of Kincaid and Bell that were totally opposites. Kincaid was a self-centered egotistical individual. You had a grant writer that knew his art, knew how to write the grants so that way the grants would come in. You had money coming in because of the grants that were written. And because of this grant writer making more than the mayor, if you have an individual that can write grants, that can research grants, that can afford you the opportunity to receive those grants, that grant writer is worth every bit of salt that individual, every bit of revenue, every bit of money. And because of the grant writer making more, he fired the grant writer. William Bell. Now understand, I love Bell. Dr. Bell and his wife, Sharon Bell, served as my mentor. And I love him to death. But Bell was not a good mayor. So you have two camps. Now, you have an individual who can create his own camp by himself, who has the capacity, who has the ability, who has the cognitive development to be a camp by himself. He can set the bar so high that other administrations after him he can serve as the example. But when you have foolish mistakes, because people and if somebody can show me the right way to find out, there was money during the World Games that was used to build houses for the homeless. That money came up missing. Materials came up missing. So where is that money? Where are those materials? Also, during COVID, during the first wave of COVID, the mayor did away with a lot of services. He eliminated a lot of services. So the question comes in now, has he reinstated those services? Has he what he has eliminated, has he put back into place? So so you have all of that. And then it really comes down to that the engagement seemed like an overproduction. It seemed as if the script was written, it was edited, it was reread, and so it seemed like it was something from the playbook of Olivia Pope. So you have all this going on, but the bottom line, what have you done for Birmingham? What other services and what other revenues have you produced, have you brought to Birmingham? What businesses have you brought to Birmingham? Have you expanded broadband? Have you expanded Wi-Fi? What are you doing when it comes to social services? What are you doing when it comes to the homeless? What are you doing when it comes to the veterans? What are you doing when it comes to education? What are you doing? So, but there's always an overproduction. And it seems like the focus is on something superficial and nothing important. So again, if I upset individuals because of my post, I really don't give a happy God. I really don't care. Those individuals who are in his circle, y'all doing him an injustice, because if you have not sat down with him and told him or have instructed him or directed him on exactly what's what, well, then you are an accomplice. Birmingham can be the beacon, and it is a cliche, but it's actually a fact. Birmingham can be the example when it comes to Alabama, when it comes to cities, and when it comes to Jefferson County. It can be the example. And most of the work has already been done because under Mayor Langford's administration, he already did the research when it came to the monorail system from Birmingham to Atlanta. He's already done the research when it comes to the Tom Bigby waterway and having the Port of Birmingham. So those are two projects in which can produce enormous revenue for the entire state of Alabama, as well as counties north, south. So while he's parading around as a proud peacock, trying to be in all these damn photo ops, and then all of a sudden he comes out with this, was it a facade about this engagement? Again, because if you watch Scandal, you know that Olivia Pope was an expert in getting individuals elected. She knew exactly the ins and outs. And when it comes to mainstream, there's certain things that people look for to be elected, to be marketable. There's certain things that you have to do if you want to be elected, especially mainstream. And see, that's one thing that DeSantis is going to find out if he should run for president, that he's not marketable when it comes to the rest of mainstream. You see, he's similar to Wallace, because what Wallace was allowed to get away with in Alabama, he was not allowed to do when he was running for president. And the same thing when it comes to DeSantis. What those Floridians have allowed him to do in Florida, mainstream America is not going to allow him to do it. Not going to allow. So see, when it comes to being marketable, when you're going onto a larger stage, when it comes to being more prominent out there into the mainstream, there's certain characteristics, certain things that you have to do if you want what you want. Then all you have to do is watch Scandal. Because what the writers of Scandal knew exactly what they were doing when it came to Olivia Pope. And it might have been art, but art is a reflection of life. It has happened, and it is still happening. The only thing that's not part of the picture is when it comes to Miss Southern Belle Lindsey Graham, because he's not married. So there's always one individual that doesn't fit whatever. But he's been in office for so long, so that, it is what it is. So I'm not sorry for what I wrote. I'm not sorry at all. Now, if the mayor would get off of his ass and be more productive when it comes to the future of Birmingham and live up to his potential here in Birmingham, he would be marketable, so that way he would be electable. He can be elected. And it's not that he's not smart. The gentleman is smart. He has the connections. But he's not doing anything for Birmingham. Birmingham needs revenue. Birmingham needs the resources that can finance social services when it comes to the veterans, when it comes to the elderly, when it comes to the homelessness, when it comes to education, when it comes to the benefit of the entire Birminghams. And forget what these white folks say. Because you're not going to get them white folks on your page. Because they've never been on the page. They don't want what's best for Birmingham. Never have. Never have. Because if they had the best interest of Birmingham, then they would understand that the significance, the position that Birmingham has. Because if you focus on Birmingham, everything that generates, everything that's beneficial to Birmingham is going to exceed Birmingham, is going to flow out to the other cities. So, again, I'm not sorry for what I wrote. I'm not sorry now. but we need an individual that's going to be pro-Birmingham, is going to live up to the potential of making Birmingham what Birmingham is. So having all these sports teams and events coming in, that's good. But that's seasonal. We need something with substance. We need corporations to come back. We need individual corporations to come back that would generate jobs. And he has the ability to do that. He has the ability. But he's not doing it for whatever reason. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But I appreciate y'all. You don't know how much I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all coming in, allowing me to come in, allowing me to try to corrupt y'all. So please don't forget about Saturday, C4 event coming up. Don't forget about the grand opening on Sunday. And then on November 11th, don't forget about the dog show. I will announce it again on Friday. Y'all be careful and safe out there, please. It's hump day. Enjoy your day. If you have not done so, call the individuals in your life. Let them know that you're thinking about them. Ask them how they're doing. Make some type of connection with them. Know that you have value. Know that you have worth. Know that you are the one that sets the stage when it comes to you. And most importantly, know that I love you more than I love my luggage. I will see y'all Friday. Y'all take care. Love you. The live stream on the show. On the show. The live stream. On the show. The live stream. The live stream.